You're listening to After the Review.
After the review.
After review, the ruling on the field is confirmed.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Hello, we're back. Scott, we're back with content, actual content.
We are back. Football season is about to be underway. Actually, just was underway yesterday. So
It did. It started
got
off.
some NFL football.
Started, started great. Cowboys lost. Great day. Great.
I was unfortunately at a baseball game, but I did get to see the last minute and a half of it after the Cowboys scored, and Tom Brady said, "Okay,
I got this.
I got one. I got another one." So yeah, I think we all knew it was going to happen. There's no doubting in my mind he could get 40 yards and kick a field goal for the win. Yeah, no problems.
I did laugh. I thought Tom Brady was about to kill his entire team with 4 turnovers and basically everybody's fault but Tom Brady. So it was funny to watch. I was like, he's about to kill everybody.
And I mean, Dak had an unbelievable game too. I was pretty impressed coming off a big injury, and I know he hasn't. For all of you who watched Hard Knocks, I know he hasn't been doing much in practice, but
he looked good.
They're actually going to play quarterback. They know how to play, but they can skip some games and still figure it out on week 1. So
which is
he's going to be, and he's got plenty of weapons. I don't think he's even going to give the ball to Zeke anymore. I think that's pretty much over.
Yeah.
Zeke's pretty much irrelevant. It's going to be the Amari and CD show for the rest of the year.
Waste of time. But thank God we're doing this today instead of yesterday. It would have cost us a little bit of money. So we're here. We're starting it. We're going to try and do this weekly. Gambling show. We're all about making some change over here. And so yeah, let's get into it. What's some bets you like this week?
So first off, we were going to talk about kind of the rules we were going to implement for this show. So we're each going to have $1,000 to start off with.
1,000 cash.
We're gonna have,
not
we're
real.
Gonna have 4 picks. We're going to pay each other. No, we're not. I don't have that kind of money. Flight instructing's not doing that for me. But we're each going to have 1,000 imaginary dollars. We're going to bet 4 games that we like a lot. We're going to bet 1 lock, which we have to pick. We have to bet $100. And then we're going to do 3 head-to-head. So it's going to be a total of 8 games. We're going to talk about 8 games. And they're going to be whatever sport, whatever college, pro, whatever. Mostly probably going to be football and NCAA and NFL. But I'm excited. Big gambling guy, as most people know. So always look at spreads every week.
Name pending. We need a name. Name pending. We'll have a name for this eventually.
If I lived in Nevada, I'd be in big trouble. So probably good. Now that I live in Utah, where there's not much gambling going on here. It is a quick trip over to Nevada though. I could go about an hour and a half and
go
put in these bets in real life. But
go lose everything.
We'll save we'll save some of the money that I'm making here, which isn't much to begin with. But it's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to this every week. So
all right.
If you want me to get started, I can throw some games out there for you.
Cook.
So one of the really big games this week, we got Oregon at Ohio State.
I have this game
Ohio
too.
State coming off a big win. But I think it's really going to be a big game for Oregon because I feel like they're the only team in the Pac-12 that's worth a shit, and they kind of have to prove that they're worth a shit. And if they get blown out by Ohio State, everyone's going to realize, well, Pac-12 doesn't even belong
in college
even
football.
in the top
They shouldn't even play
25 for
college football
anybody.
anymore.
They shouldn't even play. There's no other team that's even worth watching, really.
They'll basically be the Big 12 in 2 years when OU leaves.
So I went ahead and went Oregon plus 14.5. I'm hoping that's going to happen. Ohio State's the team that's going to score a lot of points. If Oregon can't keep up, then that might not happen. I'm going to put 55 to win 50 on that one.
I don't.
That's my.
You're
that's
going
my first
big.
bet.
You're going big early. So I also have Oregon plus 14.5, but I only $25. $25. I'm not trying to be broke week 1 here. I got to test the waters the first 2 weeks of the season. I got to get a feel for some teams. I don't know. Was Ohio State just a little rusty playing on a Thursday night? New quarterback. I didn't love what I saw from them at all. I don't think Minnesota's that good. But like you said, Oregon's got a lot to prove. They kind of let that, was it Fresno State, get back into it late?
I think they did, yeah.
Yeah, they kind of let them off the hook a little bit. They might have been looking forward. That makes a lot of sense, you overlook somebody. Fresno State's puts guys in the NFL. So, yeah, I also like Oregon plus 14.5 on a row because as my man Bear would say Ohio State's dick. And we're going with Oregon, but only $25 for me. I got small bets this week, small bets. All right, what's your next game?
I'm gonna go. So we have Georgia versus UAB. They're gonna be at home. They're coming off a massive win against Clemson, and they only gave up 3 points against DJ, which, I mean, obviously he doesn't have that much time.
7 sacks, 3 points.
As starting quarterback, he doesn't have much time, and he had a really good game last year against Notre Dame. Whenever Trevor was it what COVID protocol or something?
Yes,
I think that's what it was. But,
he was out being Trevor.
He had a big game. I mean, he's a great quarterback. It's one game against one of the biggest games of his career right off the bat. So, Georgia showed out that game. Only gave up 3 points. They're at home. They're playing UAB. I'm gonna go and swallow the points. It's gonna be. I'm gonna take Georgia minus 24.5.
It's a big number.
Yeah, it's big, but
it's Georgia.
They're at home. I mean, it's sometimes a big line. It's scary, but when you really look kind of deep into it, come on, they can score 20. They can get 4 touchdowns against fucking UAB. Come on, they can do this.
I think they probably could. They probably could. Hey, UAB I don't know, man. For a school that didn't have a program, what was it, like 3 years ago? Like, they dissolved the football program. They've been pretty good lately. So I'm not sleeping on UAB totally.
So I like this one a lot too. I'm also gonna go 55 to win 50.
Scott's gonna be broke real quick, folks.
I feel good about. I like these spreads this week. I like them a lot. Yeah, so that's my second one. But you, Pete.
All right. I got a good one. Speaking of Notre Dame, didn't look great towards the end of that Florida State game. Got the win. Florida State, wide left. It's typical Florida State kickers. I don't know what it is with them. They're choke artists. But nobody's talking about Notre Dame's offense. Jack Cohn taking over for Ian Book. 360, 4 tugs. I liked what I saw from Notre Dame's offense a lot. And they're playing Toledo at home. I'm not afraid of Toledo over here. I'm swallowing 17 with Notre Dame. I really like this Notre Dame pick. I think their offense is unlike offenses they've had in the past. They're going to put up some points.
Is this a homer pick, Pete?
This is not a homer pick. This is a strategic pick. Okay.
So this is with your brain, not your heart.
Trust me. We'll save my heart and head picks later when we got to pick a certain game being played in Arkansas this weekend. We'll save it for that. But I actually like Notre Dame here. I like their offense. I think they can figure out their defense. Florida State, I mean, their quarterback system was a little wonky, and I think that threw things off a little bit. Also, Brian Kelly with the quote of the year saying he wants his whole team executed after the way they played. I think they're going to show up this week for that after that.
I get that's an old quote, but it's 2021.
You can't say that. It was funny.
Unfortunately, you can't say that. It was funny. I wasn't offended, but I'm not everybody, so probably can't say that.
I think he should. If he had said, if he said, I think we all should be shot instead of just my whole team. Like, it was kind of, but if he implied him to, like, we just didn't execute. We should all be executed. Yeah. That would have been fine. But yes, I like Notre Dame minus 17 at home. I actually like their offense, and I think the defense figures it out.
Okay. So for
I am dropping $15 on this one.
$15.
$15. Okay.
Yeah, maybe I did start off a little too a
little risky.
Okay, I'm gonna go backtrack on those first two. We only have $1,000. I'm gonna go 22 to win 20 on those first two. All right. Well,
okay.
We'll keep
That's
it low to begin with.
That's
so
fair.
We can actually have a show in 3 weeks.
Me and Terrell tried this. We were broke.
Third game. Everyone's favorite team in the SEC.
Alabama?
Vanderbilt Commodores.
Oh, not.
They are at Colorado State. Colorado State is -7, and Vanderbilt doesn't know how to play football. I don't even know who's on each. I don't even know who Colorado State has. Who Vanderbilt has.
Colorado State lost last weekend.
Vanderbilt had. I don't give a shit. Vanderbilt had to fucking pick up some girl from the soccer team to kick footballs last year. That's how desperate they are. I don't give a fuck who's on the teams. Colorado State -7. I don't think Vanderbilt will win a football game this year. So that's my big pick. Man, I want to put a lot of money on it. It's week 1. We're gonna go 22 to win 20. Colorado State -7.
Vanderbilt-
I want to put so much more, but damn, it's week 1. Let's
Vander-
just see how I do week 1.
Vanderbilt's killing us because they're killing the SEC argument because I love throwing that you have Kansas, but Kansas at least won a game. I think you're right. Vanderbilt, I don't know how Vanderbilt's so bad. I guess they put all their money in baseball and not a single cent into football.
Yeah, you would think someone would. I mean, Nashville. Like, you're going to Nashville.
You think
that's a great town.
You think
why would nobody want to go to Nashville?
Too smart.
Play football.
You got to be too smart to go to Vanderbilt, I guess. Put a football team together. But
I mean, I guess, but I don't know. Do you really have to be smart? You're getting a scholarship to play football.
You have to. They have
smart.
certain standards they have to meet, and it's the SEC. I don't want to say anything, but
Stanford's good. Cal's usually no. They're all shit, but
they're not the SEC.
Stanford's usually okay. Yeah.
Let's see. I'm gonna be honest. Most football players aren't necessarily the brightest guys, and in the SEC, we're getting the best football players. It's hard to recruit.
Very true.
It's got to be hard to recruit at Vanderbilt, but I understand the Vanderbilt thing. All right, I got another one. Let's go to the Big Ten. Penn State, Wisconsin last weekend. And I watched that game a little bit, and I was like, man, Penn State's defense is really impressive. But then I really, really thought about it. I go, nah, Wisconsin's offense is just terrible, just beyond pathetic. So I think Penn State's going to have a little bit of a slip-up here. Not necessarily a loss, but they're hosting Ball State. I like a little bit of Ball State. Getting 22.5 right here. I think Ball State keeps it close. 3 touchdowns is a big number. I think Penn State wins this game probably about 17, 20-ish. I think Ball State covers at 22.5. I like Penn State to just let down a little bit. Just a massive, massive win. And I don't think Penn State's offense is any sort of good. And, yeah, they got a great defense, but low-scoring game. So I like Ball State here. I got another 15 on this one, $15 on Ball State. What are they, the Ball State Birds or something? I don't know. They're a bird of some sort. The fighting Jason Whitlocks.
Fly Ball State, fly.
All right, next one.
I don't know if do I do my. Can I have that bonus pick? Do I get that bonus?
You can
pick
put yes.
The big game this week.
Nothing was locked in.
Big game in my new state.
I almost picked this game too.
I'm gonna go 5 of them, and then we'll do our lock. Actually, you know what? We'll go 1, and then the lock's gonna be the big game this week. So one more. We have a pretty big game in Ames. 2 pretty good, two at least really good preseason football teams. We're guessing Iowa looked really, really good last week. I think they can be a big contender in the Big Ten. They will not give up very many points. Big Ten football. What are you gonna do? Like it's a standard. You're gonna win 21-20 football games in the Big Ten. Even lower than that, maybe 17-14 games.
Who knows? Depends on the weather.
I don't think Iowa State's. I don't feel like. I mean, I don't know who they played last week, but they struggled. They're supposed to be a top 10 team. I like Iowa. We're getting 4.5 points with Iowa at Iowa State. I think Iowa can definitely take them down with their defense. I mean, Iowa State's a Big 12 football team. So
Iowa State never looks good early. They never look good early. They're always kind of like, I don't know. They struggle early, then they beat Oklahoma, and then usually they lose to somebody bad. But maybe this is a different Iowa State team.
I would kind of like to see what the difference would be if they were playing at Iowa. How much the spread would change. I feel like just Iowa State being at home is probably at least 7 or 8 points. I think it's probably swings the other way if Iowa's at home. So I think Iowa can play anywhere. They're a great football team, great defense. So I think they can. They'll keep it close at least. If they lose, I think it's going to be a close one. I mean, it's also a rivalry game. So rivalry games, typically whatever the spread is, you're going to take those points because usually it's going to be a close one. Everyone's going into it wanting to kill each other. So
allegedly,
Iowa plus 4.5. Allegedly,
no, not maybe. Really.
Brian Kelly wants to.
All right.
Brian Kelly said it publicly, but other teams. Might say in secret, yeah. But we'll go Iowa plus 4.5, 22 to win 20. We'll just keep it at that bet this week. So. All
right, I'm gonna go to the league.
So you got one more, Pete?
I'm going to the league.
Going
to the league. This may be a homer pick, but I don't think it's a homer pick.
You're picking the damn Vikings, Pete.
Vikings -3 at the
Oh my
Bengals.
God.
First of all, Jamar Chase
Okay.
Jamar Chase doesn't know how to catch football. He says he can't see it because the NFL ball is too difficult for him to see. He also sat out a year. Everyone gave me shit when I said that might hurt him. It's hurting him. It's hurting him. I don't know if Joe Burrow is going to play 10 plays. They've been really kind of sus with Joe Burrow. He's thrown no passes, played like 2 snaps, had 2 handoffs in the preseason. He talks about how he's not confident. He's scared. I mean, I don't know if they got smoke screens with Cincinnati. The Bengals, I don't know. Vikings
Only 3, huh?
Only 3. Vikings offense is very good. As long as Dalvin Cook touches the rock, they're going to be fine. They'll score 20-something points. No Trey Waynes for Cincinnati, so Eli Apple's got to guard Justin Jefferson. Good luck. Just good luck with that. That's a real mismatch. And, I just don't know what Zach Taylor is going to do. Do we even know if Zach Taylor can coach? I mean, I don't trust the Bengals at all in this spot.
I think Zach Taylor has, I read obviously it's a small sample size, but he's got the worst winning percentage of all football coaches in the NFL. So
I mean, it's not that small. It's 2 years.
True. Was it 2 and 30, 34 or something?
It's
something
something
stupid like that.
It's something bad. It's not good. So again, only 3 points. I like the Vikings here. Dropping $20 whole on this one. $20.
$20 hairs.
Big money.
Big better.
Big better. All right. What's your lock of the week? Give me a lock.
Lock of the week. So we're sitting here in sunny Salt Lake City. It's not snowing yet. I'm sure it'll be snowing next month. I'm very excited for that. Flying is going to be fun in this city with all the mountains. Big game here in the Valley. Maybe the biggest game in the Valley there is.
The Mormon Bowl.
All year we have the Battle of the Moes. BYU and Utah. They're playing at BYU. Utah, they have Charlie Brewer now. Old Baylor quarterback. I mean, if you know your Texas football, you know all the Brewers. He looked pretty good last week. I'm pretty sure he struggled the first half. I think they were actually losing to Weber State at one point.
They were.
I think Weber State's a 3-quarter football team. I don't think they know how to play 4 of them because they gave up a lot of points in the fourth quarter and lost Utah ended up covering. But just like I said, the Iowa State game is a big rivalry game. The whole city is the whole valley.
The whole state.
Watching this game.
They shut down the whole state.
The whole valley is going to shut down, and everyone is going to be watching either the TV or at the game, or probably not the bar because they don't do that.
Not
here,
a drop of alcohol
somewhere.
inside.
Maybe at the drive-in or something. I don't know. They're going to be everybody's going to be watching this football game. Huge game, huge emotions. I'm taking the points. BYU +7.
Ooh.
100 to 191.
Okay. He's big in on his
So now I have to watch the damn game.
He's got it. As much as he doesn't want to, he has to. I think
No.
I was gonna say, is there any other good games on? Maybe. Not at that time. It's kind of a weak slate of games. A lot of good early games this week. All right. I got a lock for you. Staying in the league. A little bit more of my speciality. Who's playing quarterback for the Chicago Bears this week, Scott?
Casey Martin?
The ginger. Not Justin Fields, the guy who looks competent at quarterback. They're playing the Rams in LA. First game in the new stadium with fans, essentially. Nobody cares about the preseason. Guess who's playing quarterback for the Rams now?
Matthew Stafford?
Stat Padford. Guy who's played the Bears a lot. If anybody can beat the Bears defense, Matt Stafford's one of them that can do it. Love the Rams -7.5 here. I know it's more than a touchdown. It's
a lot of points.
It's a big number. I think the Bears defense is old. They're not that good anymore. People aren't talking about this. They're not that sharp. Andy Dalton's got a wet noodle for an arm these days. He's fighting for his job. He's trying. He's the starter. Yeah, good luck with that. Rams defense, scary. Nobody's blocking Aaron Donald. Andy Dalton ain't running away from Aaron Donald. It's going to be problems out there. Oh, Allen Robinson? Yeah, he's gone. Jalen Ramsey, clamps. Rams in a blowout here. $100. Easy lock. Love the Rams. Big. I think it's the Sunday. Is it the Sunday night game? I think it's the Sunday night game. It is. Sunday night game, prime time. No questions asked. This is a rout. And Justin Fields will be your quarterback for the Chicago Bears week 2.
Interesting picking. It's a big spread. 7.5 is a massive, massive spread in the NFL. I agree with you. I mean, Andy Dalton, he can be he's always, like we've always said, he's like literally the definition of the most average quarterback.
And he's not even
in
average
football at all times. He's always like the 15th best quarterback.
But that was in his prime.
15th, 16th.
He ain't that anymore.
Now was in his prime. He's probably down in the 20s now, but I feel like there's going to be a few games in there he struggles, and there's going to can him. Justin Fields is going to be in there, but this one might be it. He's playing a great defense to start off with, so I can see it happening. But it's a lot of money. 7.5. It's a big bet.
I would feel better at 7. 6.5. I'd feel even great. I'd be
even better.
I'd put all the 1,000 at 6.5. All right, so now we got 3 games that we've agreed upon, kind of the bigger games of the weekend. That we're just going to go head to head against the spread. We don't have to put any money on this. This is going to be a different counter. Our head-to-head matchups that we both pick. Locked in.
See if we're different.
All right. First one, Texas at Arkansas. Because Texas is back, baby. Line is Texas -7. Who do you got, Scott?
See, I mean, Texas came off pretty. I mean, they had played a decent football team.
No,
Louisiana's okay. They're all right.
They're horrible. Did you watch that game? They're terrible.
No, I was driving to Utah.
Okay,
but,
there you go. Watch the game. That team is ass. So bad.
I mean, I really wish this would make me feel a lot better if Casey Thompson was a quarterback. I don't care for Hudson Card that much.
No.
I think he's a little scared out there. If Casey Thompson gets in there, and I think he will, this is gonna be Hudson Card's biggest game of this season, because I don't think he's not gonna be. I don't feel like he's gonna be the quarterback after this week. I think he's gonna get benched. Casey Thompson's gonna come in, and I think he's gonna light him up. And Hudson Card's gonna probably take his red shirt or something if he can. I don't know if he can. Can he?
Not
one game.
Yeah, you can.
You might be able to.
You can play 4, I think now. Not a good look for Steve Sarkisian. Not a good look. You bench your quarterback.
I mean, they won by 20. They covered, but I'm gonna take Texas -7. I think they'll beat I think they'll beat Arkansas. They'll beat them pretty good. They got the top 3 running back in the country too. So I don't know what Arkansas has, but I know it's Arkansas.
Hey, they're better. They're slightly better.
I don't feel great about Texas -7, but I do think Texas is a good football team this year. Especially if they get Hudson Card. I don't care for Hudson Card at all. Man, I watched some of the game on the way up to Utah, but he didn't look like they were just giving the ball to Bijan. They weren't doing much. And then Casey Thompson comes in the fourth quarter and goes like 8 for 9 for 130 yards and a touchdown.
Puts the game away. Yeah.
I don't understand how they benched a guy who was the Alamo Bowl hero last year. So
because
I like Texas -7.
So my head and my heart say Arkansas, but my gut's telling me Texas is going to find a way to cover and just, they're going to set up all the bullshit, and Texas is going to jump. They're going to be number 3 in the nation, and Oklahoma's going to be number 2 come the time they play each other because we want money, and they got to set it up. I don't think Texas is very good this year. Again, I think they're super one-dimensional. They don't play anybody. God, the Big 12 is so ass. It's just so pathetic. Their schedule is a freaking joke. So, yeah, I expect Texas, and then they'll say, oh, the SEC. Everybody beats Arkansas in the SEC. Nobody loses to Arkansas in conference. I think Texas covers -7 here, just on a gut feeling. I think it's going to be.
I don't feel great about it either. I really don't.
I think it's
just. Man, I think it's Arkansas. I don't.
Can't trust Arkansas.
I don't see them losing. No. Who can?
People.
Who really can?
Somebody. There are some Arkansas fans out there that believe in that team.
Not without Bert. Always believed in Bert.
All right. Next game. NFL action. Sunday action for the next 2. I'm going to make you pick some league games. We got the great Baker Mayfield versus
Baker Mayfield.
the average Patrick Mahomes. Oh wait, I think I got that backwards. Anyway, Browns at the Chiefs, rematch of the playoff game last year. Cleveland almost had him. But so Browns Chiefs. I'm gonna go here first. I'm picking the Chiefs -5.5. Andy Reid's record off of bye is something insane. He doesn't lose off of buys. Week 1, same thing, doesn't lose. Patrick Mahomes has never lost a game in September. He's undefeated. He's 16-0. So 12-0. Excuse me, 12-0 in September. So yeah, I'm going with the Chiefs here. Cover easily. Who knows what the Browns are going to do?
Cover easily. Huh?
Cover easy. This is a game the Chiefs want to win. They want to set the tone. They're going to be out-coached already. They're going to be out-quarterback played. It's just, the Browns got a lot of new pieces in on defense that they got to work out. Yeah, they'll run the ball, but I just think the Chiefs, no problems here. -5.5 in KC. Andy Reid week 1. Patrick Mahomes of September. They're going to have all the razzle-dazzle in the world coming out. They're going to have trick plays, left and rights, formation schemes that nobody's seen yet. I expect the Chiefs to cover easy.
Interesting. So I guess my point of view on this is, does Kansas City really cover spreads? They win. They love to win, but do they ever cover a spread? What was their ATS last year?
I have no
idea. They're probably 8-8. They're probably 8-8 last year.
Last year was down
worse
here.
than that. They do not cover ever. They keep it close every fucking game, but they always come out with a win. If you want to pick Kansas City money line, that's probably the safest bet in football, probably the whole year. But they never cover. They're playing a Browns team that Stefanski knows how to coach. He's a very good coach. Baker's in his 4th year. He's got weapons. I don't trust Kansas City ever to cover. Never. And it's 5.5. I think it's going to be a close game. I think Kansas City will win 34-31. I don't think they'll cover. I'm gonna go Cleveland +5.5. And after last night, Tampa Bay was a 9-point favorite. I mean, even a 9-point favorite is not gonna cover.
Well,
that doesn't happen. That's a big line.
They were only 9. They were only 9 points because of certain circumstances. They only opened as a 6.5 favorite. So yes, Tampa opened as a 6.5 favorite, and because of COVID and Dallas was cheating. La'el Collins just got suspended 5 games. Dallas's line was cheating. They're all on the juice. They're cheating. So it makes a lot of sense why the game was competitive. They're all on the juice. So that's my counter to that. But fair. I really, really trust Chiefs Andy Reid week 1.
It's just if you probably looked at the trends, the betting trends, I guarantee you most of the money is on Kansas City coverage just because of the name. Patrick Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce. I mean, the public loves to bet on Kansas City, but they never cover, and no one ever looks at that part. They just see the name. So I'm feeling the Browns. They're a good squad.
The Sharps got it down to 6, opened at 6, and now it's down to 5.5. Getting some 50-50. People love the Browns. The Browns are a lovable team from America. People love the Browns these days. All right, that's fair. All right, last game. Packers at the Saints somewhere in Jacksonville because New Orleans is underwater again. Aaron Rodgers, what are we going to get from him, Scott?
I feel like we're going to get a great Aaron Rodgers.
Oh.
We're going to get a great Devontae. I almost said Devontae Freeman, and then I almost said Devontae Parker. Which fucking Devontae is it? What the hell?
It's Adams, Mr. Adams.
Yeah, it's Adams. What the hell? I'm thinking about the 2 shitty ones, and then I'm not thinking about the good one. Anyway, and Aaron Jones. I mean, they're playing the Saints.
Jameis, baby. It's Jameis time.
Cameron's boy. It is Jameis time. But Jameis loves to fuck up.
This is also true.
I don't know. I don't believe in him. I do love Alvin. No Michael Thomas. I don't know how much the Saints really have besides Alvin. I think I have to take the Pack -3.5.
All right.
They'll cover pretty easily.
Did you hear why they picked Jacksonville? Because apparently
No.
Aaron Rodgers is horrible in the state of Florida. Has a losing record, a big one, in the state of Florida. I don't know how often he's playing in Florida, but he don't win there. He must be on the beach or something. I don't know how focused Aaron Rodgers is. I really don't. It's a really big question. But I do know the Saints have Mr. Interception at quarterback, and I don't think the Saints have a defense. I will also go with the Packers. -3.5. I think, yeah, they win the game. A typical Rodgers game. I think the Saints probably look a little flat, especially outside. The weather's not supposed to be great. That favors the Packers. You know, I just think they can do more. Jameis Winston might grab the ball and he'll slip, and we'll see some crazy interception.
He's back in Florida too. He's got some greasy crab-like hands.
He's got the crab hands.
He'll be filming the ball a little bit.
He's got butter on the hands. It's raining. The ball's gonna slip, bounce off his head. You know, he'll kick it forward 30 yards. He'll land directly into the safety's chest. That'll run it back for a touchdown.
What's the over/under of one Jameis Winston moment?
It's got to be at least. It's got to be at least 1.5. It's got to be 1.5. Guaranteed one. We might get 2. We might get 2. I think that's a strong.
And being a starting quarterback again is a little scary, but I do think Sean Payton will probably hone him in a little bit. He will not throw 30 picks again. He can't do that.
It's not possible.
Not with Sean Payton.
It's not possible.
Not possible.
He might throw 20 though. 25.
He'll have a good year, but it's week 1.
Week 1's always the hardest. Week 1's always the hardest for everybody.
Very true. Very, very true.
You never know what a team's going to look like week 1. All right.
I'd like to see the over-unders of every game this week and see how many unders hit this week.
Hey, you could be like
I know it was a preseason, but everyone loves the under in the preseason. I wonder how many overs they're going to be.
That's a good one to look at. That's a good one to look at. I know we could be like the under god last week.
Yeah.
That guy who
I saw that. 14
unders he parlayed for $10 to be $80K. What a guy.
Yeah. That's some good luck there.
Must be nice. And he also got invited to a Lions, getting hosted by the Win at a Lions game, because that's what happens when you make money. You just get free stuff because people want you to lose that.
That makes sense, right?
Because they want you to lose that money playing with them again.
Exactly.
All right. I think that's going to do it. Week 1. This is it. This was fun.
Give us a recap real quick. Do you have it on?
I have.
Spreadsheet or anything over
I don't have yours. Give me your recap. I have mine, and then I'll have them down. Give us your recap. Right. Run it down.
Our recap was going to be: we got Oregon plus 14.5, 22 to win 20. We got Georgia minus 24.5, 22 to win 20. We have Iowa plus 4.5, 22 to win 20. Colorado State minus 7, 22 to win 20, and then the big game of the week. Lock of the week, BYU plus 7, 100 to win 91.
All right. I got the Ducks plus 14.5, 25 on that one. Notre Dame swallowing 17 against Toledo, 15. Ball State getting 22.5 at Penn State, another 15. Big money on here. Vikings covering at Cincinnati, got 20 on that one. And then lock of the week, the Bears at the Rams. Give me the fighting Matt Stafford's at minus 7.5, $100 on that one. And then we got our head-to-heads. We both have Texas get minus 7 against Arkansas. You have Cleveland. I have KC, 5.5 for KC. And then Green Bay, New Orleans. Both got Green Bay minus 3.5 in Jacksonville, Florida. That's week 1. Next week, I'll have the edit. I'll have everything up on the screen. We'll have the little number counters going. You can see how bad we are for the year, our total record. We'll have more to work with next week. But, yeah, this was fun. It was good having you, and we'll see you all next week.
Absolutely. We'll see you guys next Friday.